people here we've spoken to this afternoon, though, seem to be coming to you because they're very angry. They're very angry about the state of the country. Do you think that's what it's about?
As they should be. As they should be. You know, the reopening of the debate around the, well, they call it the grooming gang scandal, but it's not, it's the mass rape scandal. I just think people ask themselves, what has happened to our country? How could this possibly have happened?
Chaos erupted live on the BBC when Nigel Farage went head-to-head with Laura Kuenssberg in what can only be described as one of the most explosive political interviews of the year. The clash. Unfiltered. The topic. Britain's broken system. Buckle up, because Farage held nothing back, and the fallout is still rippling through the nation.
Why did everybody want to cover it up? Why has there been no full public inquiry? People are angry about that, yes, and they're right to be. Absolutely right to be. They're also angry economically. We are getting poorer. You know, if you look at the last 8 quarters, GDP per capita is falling in 6 of them. And it coincides with a period of record net legal migration. Mass immigration not only makes it tough for young people to get a house, not only makes it very difficult to see a GP, not only makes our roads and infrastructure struggle to cope, it's making us poorer. And I think the anger isn't direct.
He started like any other interview, until it didn't. Farage, known for his no-nonsense attitude, was being pressed by BBC host Laura Kuenssberg on the rise in support for populist movements across the UK. People are angry, Laura. And rightly so. You sit there in your studio while communities are being torn apart, and all you do is talk in circles. She tried to steer the conversation toward policy specifics, but Farage wasn't having it. Instead, he turned the tables, calling out what he described as media complicity in ignoring real, on-the-ground issues. The studio fell into stunned silence as Farage accused the BBC of failing the public. The tension, off the charts. What set off the fireworks? The recent resurgence of the grooming gang debate. But Farage took it further, refusing to use what he called the media-approved euphemism. Don't call it a grooming gang scandal. It's a mass rape crisis. And the establishment has been complicit in covering it up for years. She pressed him for evidence and accountability, but Farage doubled down, pointing to years of public anger, failed inquiries, and what he described as institutional cowardice. Farage's fiery stance isn't just about TV theatrics. His support base is growing. With public trust in both Labour and Conservatives plummeting, more voters are turning to voices outside the traditional two-party system. Political analysts say this interview could mark a turning point, where outrage from the public met a voice willing to say what many are thinking, but few dare to say on national television. Could this moment ignite a political firestorm big enough to shake the next general election? To her credit, Laura Kuenssberg held her ground. Known for her tough interviews, she didn't let Farage dominate without pushback. Some praised her composure. Others claimed she represented a media elite out of touch with ordinary Britons. The BBC hasn't issued a formal response, but insiders suggest the tension backstage was palpable. The reaction online? Explosive. Some hailed Farage as a truth-teller, finally breaking through media censorship. Others called his rhetoric dangerous and divisive. Has this clash shifted public perception of the BBC? Are we witnessing a breakdown in trust between legacy media and the people it claims to represent? As frustration with the political status quo builds, voices like Farage are becoming impossible to ignore. With an election on the horizon, traditional parties are scrambling to adapt, but is it too little, too late? So, what happens next? Will this moment go down as a populist rallying cry or a media meltdown? Either way, the public is watching, and they're not staying quiet. Now, it's over to you. Was Farage right to call out the BBC? Or did his comments cross the line? And is Britain on the brink of a political upheaval? Smash that like button, subscribe for more uncensored political breakdowns, and hit the bell so you never miss a beat. This story isn't cooling off anytime soon. Stay informed, stay engaged, and most of all, stay critical.
Like this video and subscribe my channel for latest political updates and bombshell news and latest updates.